Another interesting thing about Beast is we're talking about, Australian film, Australian characters. Australia is a sporting nation. We are very proud of our sporting achievements, and we have plenty of, boxers, cage fighters, MMA, what have you. The cinema landscape, though, doesn't really have sports movies in Australia, which is really odd to me. We've got so many inspiring stories that can be told in cinema. And this is one of those rare occurrences where one of those films comes along. What do you think it is about the Aussie film industry, whether it be the ones that are backed by Screen Australia or the independent ones that don't touch sport like the Americans or even the Brits do?
Yeah, you're right. Like this film, for starters, shouldn't have happened. It was a really big budget for an Aussie film. We'd never really had our Australian Rocky. When we did our test screening in America, Lionsgate did a test screening, tested very, very high. I think it was like 93%. And one of the audience members go, "This is Rocky's hardcore Australian brother." And I
Mm.
just thought it was so cool because, we'd never sort of it was a really ambitious movie, and we didn't get help from Screen Australia. We really had to raise all the money ourselves, and it's tough. You have to look. There's so many issues here that I could go into about making a film because this was one of the hardest films you could ever make. It was collapsing every day. We had no money, and it was really, really challenging. And it's hard here. Like we've got some of the best filmmakers, best artists, best actors in the world, and it feels like a lot of artists don't ever get that chance to show who they are as
Mm.
artists. And there needs to be more support, however that is. Yeah, it's tough, and I don't know the answer for that. I've had to do everything outside the film industry. My first film I raised independently. This film, we pre-sold territories, but we raised a lot of money here in Australia outside of the film industry just to get it made. So this film really should never have happened. And but as an artist too, you gotta really work hard, and you gotta hustle and find money outside the industry because you can't just sit there with your hands out saying I'm a filmmaker, fund my film, Screen Australia. Like I get it, but you've got to be really crafty with how you find money, and that's independent filmmaking. And we were just really blessed to be able to do it on this film and do something that was very ambitious that hadn't been done before. And hopefully it opens a pathway for young filmmakers like myself to go out and find the money and just tell the stories they want to tell without being beholden to screen agencies.
Thank you for watching the Matt's Movie Reviews channel. Please subscribe for more reviews, podcast interviews, and exclusive content.